all of this. I didn't go to school for any of this. All of this, I taught myself.
Really?
Every bit of it. Lighting, mic. So they just share a little bit about how I started. I have books, so when I finish, I'll show you my books that I do, including this one that is here.
Wow.
And I had 7 books up to that point, and I reached out to this lady in Jamaica, and I said I wanted a marketing plan. And when she came up with a marketing plan, she came back with a TV program written, but the TV program was for 40,000 Jamaican dollars. 40 million, what am I saying? And I said, there's no way that I don't have $40 million. And if I had $40 million, I would go and buy a house. So I just had it there, and then I would just keep putting out occasionally, I'm going to have a TV station, and I'm going to have a TV station. And I just kept putting that out and stuff, not knowing that God had a plan. Anyhow, one day, could have been maybe a couple years after that, my friend and I went to look at a house. We had no reason to go looking at a house. We just went to look at a house. Couldn't get into the house. So there was a lady with us. She took us to see this couple who had bought from the developer. When we got to the house, I was outside, beautiful house, outside looking at the whole works, and I heard my friend on the inside yelling, Simone, Simone, Simone. So when I got in there, I saw on the wall, I saw this clipping. It said, the Caribbean's first TBN station. And I saw MTM. Now, we're used to seeing on the cable station MTM, but I thought it was a foreign station. So I looked at the gentleman, and I looked in the city, and it's the same person. And I'm like, so I said, sir, what do you do? And he said, I own MTM. So I said, I thought MTM was overseas. He said, no, it's right here, and I own it. So I said to him, I got excited.
Oh my God.
And I said to him, I have a TV program written, and it's 40 million to produce it. He said, come see me tomorrow. No problem. I got to his office the following day, and I'm sharing. I brought the program and everything, and I'm saying to him how much to produce the show. He said, I will produce the show for you. So I said, yeah, how much to produce?
The money?
And he said, I will produce the show. And I said, how much? And he kept repeating, I'll do it. And then he said to me, come, let me take you through the studio. And he gave me a tour of it. And I'm still because I'm hearing him, I'm seeing him, but I'm saying how much to produce it.
He's not saying the word.
And he kept saying, I'll produce it. And then he said, God has laid something on your heart. And if I tell you how much, you will not come back to fulfill what God wants you to do. Go find your guests and come back. I left out of his office with my mouth wide open. For that day, I didn't know what to say, what to do. I didn't even know what to say to God. So I left. And I prayed about it throughout the evening, and I called this friend of mine, and I asked her if she would be willing to share, and she said yes. And so I called him the following morning, and so that was the Monday. By the Saturday, I was on set doing my recording for my first one. I spent 1 year on an international TV station. 1 year without paying $1. A 40 million program. And after the year, I wanted to know how was it doing, and he wasn't able to tell me. And so I kept feeling, because you also need to know when it's time to move.
Yes.
And so I felt in my spirit it was time to move. And I got this young man. This was right in COVID. He was the one who said to me, you can get all of your different stuff, because I thought producing was
big.
Yes. And so he started telling me all the different things, even though he was going to produce the show for me. And we started the production, put it on YouTube. The guy got sick in COVID, almost died. And so I had to pause for a bit. Then we had our church production. And again, I was leading that. And so I said to the young people, we're going to do this production. We're going to get the cameras and stuff and produce. When I see the quality of what we put out, I say, guys, we're going to work on Uniquely Me. By this time now, the videographer and the sound guy are my neighbors, literally my neighbors. So I'm going all this way where God keeps bringing me close to
where you belong.
And then we started doing filming in COVID. And one particular video we did with the sister of one of Jamaica's most notorious gang leader.
I saw that video, but I haven't listened to it.
Yes. When I did her video, little did I know again what God was doing. So I did the video because it's just, for me, it's a voice. I'm following in obedience because I do feel like, and I remember clearly the Lord said, the program is not for the popular. So you're not going to go looking for the popular people in Jamaica. You are looking for the people who nobody will hear their story. And so I remember we were at home, and somebody called me and said if I know a particular person, and I said no. And she said, he's calling up your name on YouTube. So really? And then by this time I think we were about to edit a video, and one of the guys said to me, Simone, the numbers are moving. And I'm saying, what you mean? And so we're looking, and we're seeing the numbers on YouTube.
Everybody was
like within a week, within a weekend, we moved from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. And I'm like, oh dear Jesus. So I went to see who was calling up my name. I don't know the person. He is a very, very popular YouTuber who he comments basically on the crimes and stuff in Jamaica, and anything that's happening, current affairs, he's on it. Nobody knows who he is. And apparently he picked up my video and commented on it, and then said to persons, go over Simone Stewart, Uniquely Me, and watch it. Tell me if that's not God.
It is God.
God would take somebody I don't know to say, go watch. And that's how the channel went viral and grew.
Oh my God, God located you through somebody else.
Yes.
He has already ordained us.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, that is so nice.
And then since after that, I just started just positioning myself, making my investments, because you also need to invest in what God has called you to. A lot of us, we know God has called us to things, but what we tend to do, we're thinking that like manna is going to fall out of the sky, and that you're going to wake up one morning and there's quail on the ground, and while you're sitting with the gifts and the talents inside of you, your hands that He has blessed, you're sitting with them closed and you're waiting. Okay, I'm waiting.
And then you're praying, waiting.
Yes, instead of moving. And so this is it. Well, guys, you've been listening and you're wondering what's going on. Welcome to Uniquely Me with Simone Stewart, guys.